Guys are being forced to give guys oral sex on the road. One guy was walking home, another guy put gun at him towards Jajonyama around 8 p.m. and said he should give you oral sex or he kills him. And he has some blood. He said, but as the days of what? Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of what? Man be. That means there were things that were prevalent in the times or the days of Noah that will also be prevalent in our season. I mean, the times of the Son of Man. All of us know that we are talking about the last days. Am I correct? And as we talk about the last days, we are looking at the return of our Lord Jesus Christ. And here, Jesus himself speaking said there are certain things that will be very prevalent at that time that will be returning. That it looks like the same thing that were prevalent in the days of what? Noah. Actually, there are two kinds of generation that he used to reference his returning. One was the generation of Noah, and the other was the generation of Lot. And in the case of generation of Lot, it was called sexual perversion. And Jesus said that the way it was in the days of Lot, that's how it will be in the time that the Son of Man will return. That means the season where you see sexual perversion prevalent, don't look far. Jesus is around. So the issue of sex toys, that's height of sexual perversions, where people are having relationship with inanimate things. Male sleeping with males, female sleeping with male is all. Now they were telling me the other day, we are doing broadcast at IJPod, that guys are being raped in the unique now. Are you following what I'm saying? That's guys will be going in the night and some guys will come, some guys will come and rape them. So, and it's happening not far away from you. It's happening in unique. Guys are being forced to give guys oral sex on the road. One guy was walking home, another guy put gun at him towards Jajonyama around 8 p.m. and said he should give you oral sex or he kills him. And he has some blood in unique. So you have to understand how serious. You are not laughing. You are laughing. You don't know what I'm talking about. You are laughing. A generation that play with anything, they laugh at anything. You should be crying because you don't know what I'm talking about. Everything is not for laughing. Do I look like I came here to play? So it's a very painful situation. It's a very difficult situation. And I don't know if JCC has read what the instructions I give them. But this is a demonic invasion. This is not sexual, or those guys are mad and they are spreading the spirit. And that's why you will know who you eat with, who you exchange clothes with, who you interact with, because spirits are being transferred these days at just slightest communication. People just have dinner with somebody and then start struggling with homosexualism and all that. So that is going to be prevalent. Of course, part of what the world leaders now, when I'm talking about the West, part of what they are, propagating now is to make this illegal, so that men can freely sleep with men, marry men, and all that. So when Obama was the president, he traveled all the way. Look at someone born in Kenya, poor Africa. He had the privilege to be the president of America. You would think that he would come to Africa to see how to engineer development. Am I correct? Look at what he came to do in Africa. He came to propagate gay law. It's the height of foolishness. I lack words to classify that kind of foolishness. Your people can barely eat. Unemployment prevalent everywhere. And you are the president of probably one of the most powerful countries of the earth. And what you came to your native people to sell to them is gay. It's not wickedness. The man is possessed. And it's not only him. All of them that are in that clique. The only thing you can realize from that is that we are in the days of Lot. We are in the days of Lot. In the days of Lot, you will see that men were being raped. When those angels came into Sodom, the men of the city said, bring out those guys. Actually, Lot went to bring them into his house so that they will not be raped. And that's what is going on in uniqueness, I'm telling you. And somebody is laughing. There's not one soul in there. Maybe I'm not sure that you're born again. If you are born again, it won't make you laugh at all. The return of our Lord Jesus Christ is very close. Stop fooling around. These things you are seeing, they are just signs to you that you need to sit up. You need to up your games. This is not the time to play games. Satan is serious. He's not joking. We are talking about rape. We are not talking about oral sex. A man using gun to collect oral sex from another man in the night. That's the height of perversion. We are not just talking about rape. Rape itself is perversion. Tomorrow I'll be teaching you the 14 sexual perversions that attract demons. Of course, all sexual perversions attract demons. Nothing attracts demons into somebody's life like sexual sin. That's why the Bible says all other sins you commit is outside of your body. But you see, sexual sin you commit is a sin against your body. Nothing opens up your body for demonic activity like sexual perversion. So we are not talking about rape. If it's only rape is a perversion. Man versus man is another level. And not even a normal use of the man is that, of course, you can't even have a normal use of the man. Now, oral sex itself is a perversion. I know that some of you now, because of the generation you live in, oral sex has been accepted as a normal way of a man meeting a woman. That is demonic. I'm taking from me. I've done my own homework on that. I don't care the book that is teaching you. Take it from me. If you hear from God or you go and sit under him, that is demonic. You never get involved in that and not have a demonic attack. You may not know you had an attack because you lost what you don't know you had. Bible said that men left the normal use of the women. What is the normal use of the woman? That's what you ask yourself. There's a way a woman was created to be used by a man in marriage. Normal use. Your mouth, what is your mouth meant for? Your mouth is not a sex organ. Well, you know it's not a sex organ. So when you start using your mouth to do, that's another thing. Then the Bible said that the same mouth we use to curse, we use it to bless God. Your mouth is one of the most sacred part of your being. So if you see anybody that is saying is okay, generation that don't have anything, there is nothing moves them. They turn the system of God, they turn it upside down. They do the one that pleases their body, that is satisfactory to their pleasure. That's why we've not had demonic invasion in our territory like we've had it now. If your eyes open and see the way demons are running, demons are harassing, demons are infiltrating everywhere, uncontrolled, because of sexual perversions. If you check in the days of Noah too, part of what happened in the days of Noah that also you need to reference is also sexual perversions. In that time, people were sleeping with spirits. Angels left their territory and started sleeping with men. If you check, the result of that sexual perversion was wickedness and violence. And that's what we are experiencing now. Heartlessness. Sex has been ritualized. People are using it as a ritual service now. All these Yahoo boys, many girls have lost value. They don't have anything. If you take them in the spirit, it's empty. God can't use them. Satan can't use them. Because one Yahoo boy has collected what looks like value from them and sacrificed it to deities. So there is multiplicity of demonic covenant through sexual. Because these days now, people don't sleep without thinking. I'm asking a young girl, okay, this young man now you say you're working and he's a Yahoo. Okay, does he want to marry you? No. Are you his girlfriend? No. Why are you sleeping with him? No excuse. At least the generation when we grow up, there is a man who was a woman to be his girlfriend. Then the girl accepts after a long process. Then you start owing him again to sleep with you. That's another long process. You may befriend that girl for 5 years and not sleep with her. This one, people are traveling together from Enugu to Lagos. The girl just route hangover in the boy's house and sleeps with him and then continue back to the uncle's house. Somebody you've never known anywhere. That's what happened in the days of Noah. Wickedness multiplied. And that's why the kind of wickedness we're experiencing now is not human. Most of people that you see perpetuating these things, they're under demonic control. It's not human. A natural man, there is a limit to the wickedness he can produce. So even when Adam fell, yes, he has fallen. There was certain evil he could not do. But for people to begin to do that kind of evil that will cause the destruction of the earth, demons aided them, and God could no longer bear it. People are treading on human parts. People see human beings now as goods. Because they can harvest people's parts, people's organs. So somebody sees you now, he's looking for how to harvest your heart, how to harvest your kidney. That's what he's seeing. The question you ask yourself, when did we get to that point? There is a demonic inversion. But here Jesus made reference to the prevalent condition of his return as is likened to what was prevalent in the days of what? So go back to that verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of what? Man be. So what was it in the day of Noah? Verse 38. He said, for as in the days that were before the flood, that's the days of now, they were what? Eating and what? Drinking. Nothing prospers now like eatery business. Your ladies don't cook again. Drinking. Bars will open. Go and check it now. You will look at the other bar behind. The population has not reduced. This is what that started. The population everywhere is filled. They call live band. Weekend, they're singing and singing and people are drinking. A young lady will sit with beer. Young lady. And not sit with beer. Young man, sit, they are drinking. You will know what made Obasanjo, when Obasanjo increased fuel price. Obasanjo said that the way people are drinking beer, if they are drinking beer like that, they can afford the increase. What could make the president, like the only thing he could use to say is after all that he's not costlier than a bottle of beer and people are drinking it. Just imagine that analysis. But he didn't stop there. My emphasis is the second sign. He said people were marrying and were what? Until the day that Noah entered into the ark. So when Noah was entering the ark, if you check what was occupying the heart of people that made them to miss the rapture of Noah, it was marital issues. Marital issues. People were so preoccupied with, there are even some Christians that say, Jesus will not return until they are married. So as far as they are concerned, the return of their marriage is so important that they should hold Jesus back. Meanwhile, what Jesus expects from me is to preach the gospel to the ends of the earth, then he will return. But you said, until I marry and enjoy sex, then he will return. You have changed the scripture. So people were marrying. If you look at left, people are discussing marriage. If you look at the other one, people are discussing marriage. People are getting married, wedding everywhere. So people were preoccupied with weddings, with relationships. When are you getting married? Are you engaged? It was a common talk. And in the days that we'll see before Jesus shows up, marriage is going to be a big deal. People are going to be killing for it. People are already killing for it, including church. People are killing in church. What will make a young lady to poison another young lady so that he feels she's more positioned for a particular guy? And both of you are in choir. And in some churches, you have not poisoned the person by giving poison. You have poisoned the person with your heart. You wish that the person will die. You wish that the person will have an accident and the legs will be broken so that the man will live. One of the greatest pressure now is marital pressure. Though it is more on the women, but even the men too have that pressure. The pressure of getting married is real. Some of you seated here looking at me, you know what I'm talking about. It's real. Why are people under pressure to get married? And the people that are under pressure to get married, most of them don't know what marriage is all about. If you know what marriage is all about, you can never be under pressure to get into it. That's the truth. It's just like people that want to go into ministry. When I see your enthusiasm, I know that you don't know what it's all about. If you know what ministry is all about, if they told you Jesus is calling you, you'll be crying. You'll be crying. If you have seen my picture when I was ordained a pastor, I cried. I cried helplessly. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but you must understand how it is good. Because the way it is good is painful. You don't like it. No, you don't like it. Somebody called me today. He just finished her master's in UK, want to relocate to US, and God is saying, can you give me 1 year? 1 year without working, without salary. Let's do some business here. The young lady is crying. How do I do this? That's the way it is. Because what you think ministry is all about is coat and shoe and belt and jeep and perfume and young girls serving you, calling it daddy. If you know what it is, if they say that call, you will disappear. You disappear. Marriage is good, it's beautiful, but you know the marriage exemplified the relationship that is between Christ and the church. So if you understand it, when they say they are, you will say, Jesus, help me. Because when Jesus touched on the marriage, Peter exclaimed, as if this is the case of the man, it's better he's not married. Peter, that's Jesus preached relationship summit. The takeaway, what people took away from the meeting was that, if that is the case, then let's be single. And meanwhile, you want to you want to go and run into it. Meanwhile, Jesus teaches you about that you want to run into. The only conclusion you arrive is, let me wait a little and know whether I'm ready for this. When Peter said, if that is the case of the man, it's better. Jesus said, yes, so will I accept it? Because when Paul wrote, what Paul advised, Paul himself, was that you should stay away. You should be like him. Paul said, it is good that the man is not what? Married. It is good. He said, are you single? Don't seek to be married. But if you're already married, don't seek to separate, because it is not, God do not like what? Divorce. Do you see that? Marriage is a ministry, my friend. Marriage is a service to God. While you enjoy it, it's a service to God. So if you are not ready to serve God with your marriage, don't even go into it. Don't even go into it. It's an assignment. It's a calling. The question you ask yourself, the first time God was one who introduced marriage. What was his vision statement when he was introducing marriage? He gave a man a calling, a ministry. Then he looked at how the man was doing the ministry. He saw the man was not very productive. He said, okay, let me give him a wife. All right? A mate that is what? Meet for him. So, does it not look like the purpose for which God introduced the woman is not to come and enjoy sex, but to come and help the man carry out the assignment of God? So the woman was called of God. And what was her calling? Marriage. She was created to serve the man. The man was created to serve God. There is a purpose that God gave the man, that God gave to him over the earth, to keep and tend the garden. And the woman was created to help him do it. So you think that whole thing was about vacations, going to Bahamas and traveling for holidays on Christmas Day. But that's not what God thinks. God thinks assignment. Okay, there's an assignment over your life. You should not be under pressure to marry. You should first fight that assignment. And if you have not found a man whose camel you can water, don't be in a haste. You can't water a camel, but you want to jump into somebody's life. And the man has 10 camels. And your coming supposed to be to help him water those camels. So, but as far as you're concerned, is you like the six pack, you like the shoulders spread out, you like the perfume smelling, you like everything. And that's all you fantasize, and that's why you're under pressure. Because you don't know what it is. You think it's to make it can the rams know. What they add for you is in Nollywood. Oh, lovey, kissing and holding and serving tea on bed. This is 14 years. I'm married. I've never served her tea on bed. Pastor Tim used to serve Pastor Chamaka anyway. So you can learn from them. But what you are seeing on movie that is putting you under pressure does not exist. The man is rushing to meet up with target, with assignment. He's holding vodka, and he's rushing to go and open the bank. He had to be there by 6:37. He doesn't have time to boil water and make tea and say and sing song and sing you awake. Sing. You need to consult with our brethren in UK, where people can go to is without seeing their husband. When you're coming in, your husband is going out. When your husband is coming, because you have schedules of work and you have to meet up with that. There are bills to be paid. So that means it's task. How many jobs can you do? How many can I do? How much can we raise in a month so we can clear our bills? That's what it is. Why is you are single? Paul says a single woman does not bother about any other thing but the things of God. So it's an advantage. He said, but the one that is married worries about the thing about the husband. The question is, now that you are single, that you are not yet married, you're supposed to be focused on God. You have left God and you're focusing on marriage that eventually will take God away from you. There is a way they used to say it in Igbo land, that the person that died will get tired of sleeping. Have you seen somebody that is dead? He has been sleeping. He will get tired. Calm down, or whatever it is, you'll get tired of it.